Welcome everybody to Adams Polish's Wednesday live video. First, I want to give a shout out to one of our employees who's really awesome. His name's Connor McWilliams. He works upstairs. He helps get the listings for Amazon going. You can always check him out on Instagram, connor.mcwilliams. And just a great guy all in all. He's probably up there right now situating his lineup for his fantasy team with Tyler. Give Tyler a shout out as well. They actually are the ones that inspired me to put the glass coating onto my car. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna ceramic coat the glass on this car. Now, I purposely did it in the sun just to show you guys how easy this works. Granted, I would say to make sure and do this inside in the shade. It's gonna be better for you. And but no matter what, if you do it outside or inside, the product is going to work awesome. So the graphene glass coating, I have a few tools here. Medium grade clay bar to really get any bonded contamination that's on here, like tree sap or paint overspray, road tar, things like that. You really want to get that off of there first. Glass cleaner that I'm going to use to clean the glass, but also use as my clay lube, and then the glass coating and the towels. Now remember, this live video every Wednesday is intended to feature a topic or products, but really what I'm here to do as well is to answer any questions that you guys have. So if you're watching and you have any questions around ceramic coating, graphene ceramic coating, polishing, this process of coating your glass, please don't hesitate and put your questions in the comments, and Chris will feed them to me, and then I'll answer them the best that I can. Now, I'll just address, like, first things first. A lot of people are asking, not are asking, but have been asking, what is the difference between your glass coating and like your standard ceramic coating? Let me go grab that really, really quick. I just, so you guys can have a visual and see the difference. How you doing?
Man, you good to see you.
Yeah, we're live right now on YouTube, so. Get this graphene coating. Here we go. All right, so got the graphene coating in my hand. I actually have the advanced bottle in my hand. What's up, Raul?
Hi.
So, graphene coating versus the glass coating, okay? So, for a long time, we had this graphene ceramic coating advanced, and this is what we were putting on cars. We were putting it on the paint, we were putting it on the plastic, we were putting it on the glass. Every piece of the car, you would put the graphene ceramic coating. Now, what we learned over time is that glass, I mean, not that we learned this over time, but what we realize is glass is a lot different material or substrate than paint or clear coat. And so the graphene ceramic coating reacted a little bit different on the glass than it did on the paint, meaning paint is not overly porous. You put it on, the graphene ceramic coating adheres to it, and it stays there for an extended period of time. Glass is porous, very porous. And when you put the graphene, the thick layer of polysilazane and reduced graphene oxide onto the glass, it sort of sits on top. It's like a veneer, sits on top. It's kind of the same thing with your paint, but the glass is a little bit different. It sits on the top. And when these guys go, okay, your wiper blades, these rubber create friction as they go across the surface. Now, granted, with the graphene ceramic coating on there, it was a little bit more slick, but still, this is very abrasive, this rubber. And then, you know, as these sit here, the dust and dirt sit and collect right here. So every time that these move, whoosh, they drag stuff on top of it. So with the only way to remove a graphene ceramic coating from either your paint, your glass, or anything, abrasion is the only way to remove that. So these are abrading it away every time you run these. So what we started seeing is you would see cars that pretty much, come over here really quick, Chris, so you can see this. I'm not saying that this is the graphene ceramic coating, but I just want you to see that on a car, you can see where the wiper blades run and where this part is untouched. So then what we started seeing with the graphene ceramic coating is that the coating was being abraded away on the area that you're trying to look out of, but in the areas it's untouched from the wiper blades, the coating would still be there. And you could see a very distinct line, even when your car was clean, of an area where the windshield was coated and an area where the windshield was now not coated because it was being abraded away so much from using your windshield wipers. So what we learned is the veneer of the graphene ceramic coating on top wasn't the best way to protect glass. So what our chemist Chris Galhar did at B&B Blending was he developed a specific glass coating that is a more thin formula, and a formula that actually penetrates the pores of the glass. And now that it penetrates the pores, it lasts longer, it works better, and it doesn't necessarily get, maybe the top layer gets abraded away from your windshield wiper blades, but because it has penetrated the pores now, it continues to work, and the top veneer of the graphene coating is not just worn away. Now you have graphene glass coating that has now infiltrated the pores of the glass and is doing the work to keep it protected. So that is why we went from, hey, just coat your whole car with this, to, well, coat your paint and your plastic and chrome and everything with this, but when you do the glass, make sure you use this product because this is a more effective way to coat your glass. So if you are gonna do like the most ideal way to graphene ceramic coat your vehicle, do this to the paint, the plastic, the chrome and everything, and then make sure and do this to all your glass, okay? So it's sort of a two-part series within a, having to graphene ceramic coat your car. So I just want to give that explanation because that's probably the main question we get around, well, why do you have a specific glass coating?
How do you take care of this coating when washing? Do you use graphene shampoo or detail spray afterwards? What's the maintenance?
Yeah, so maintenance on the graphene glass coating, I'd say just standard washing your car. You don't really need to use a booster or anything. Like the properties of this are gonna last a really long time. And the other thing I will say is you'll see here in a minute how easy this is to apply. The fact that it's that easy, I would just tell you to reapply it every 3 to 6 months. Like it's so easy that's what I would do. Because again, your graphene boost, your graphene CS3, those are not gonna penetrate the pores like this product is. Now, if this was a more difficult process like this is, like this is a little bit more difficult of a process, and especially like on your paint, you need to polish your car and all this stuff, right? This, you don't need to do that. You just need to clay it and apply it and you're done. You could do it in direct sunlight, whatever. So the ease of use factor of this, for me, I would be redoing this probably I would just wait until you see maybe a reduction of hydrophobic properties on your windshield. Once they start to reduce a little bit, boom, just do it again. And I'd probably give it like a 3 to 6 month timeline,
Who is it? Alexander says, new sanding kit is awesome. Is it possible to just buy the sanding discs instead of the whole kit? Good for refills.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so right now. Who asked that?
Alexander.
Alexander, yeah, that's a good question, Alexander. Right now, I don't think so. I'd have to figure this out. What I would tell you, Alexander, is just email me, joe@adamspolishes.com, and I can try to figure out something to send to you, because I do agree that it was a really great kit, and we featured it a couple weeks ago, and just to show like the possibilities with it. And actually, I'm using it currently on this car. I'm sanding the whole back door because I replaced the back door because the original one from this car started to rust like crazy. So I replaced it and it has orange peel all over it. So I'm actually using that sanding kit to remove all the orange peel to match the flat white that's on the whole rest of the car. So, but yeah, Alexander, email me and I'll try to figure something out. Either I'll give you an answer or the other thing I will do is I will try to get you some extra discs. I don't know if you're looking for 100, if you're looking for 3 more extra discs, but I'll do my best to help you out.
Mark Russell says he always uses Brilliant Glaze to clean inside and out of glass. Can you do that before glass coating, or do you need to use the glass cleaner?
Yeah, that's a good question. So Mark Dressel, shout out to Mark Dressel too, really good friend of ours here at Adams Polishes. But yeah, Mark. So he brings up a good point. Before you start this process, I always recommend to clean the inside of your glass first. And actually, before we came out here, I went through and I wiped it down and cleaned it. So the reason being is because once you get into cleaning this and putting the coating on, if it's not clean on the inside, it's gonna look like you missed spots on the outside. So make sure that you clean the inside first. Like I've been touching my glass a bunch right now while I talk, and I can see my fingerprints and there's nothing underneath it because I already cleaned the inside of the glass. Now, if Mark Dressel brought up using brilliant glaze on the inside of your glass, go on our YouTube, well, you're on YouTube now, but go on our YouTube, onto our channel and go to the videos tab, which is gonna, by chronological order, have the most recent video we posted to the first video we ever posted. But there's a video on there right now I think it's called How to Get Crystal Clear Glass on the Inside of Your Windshield. I walk you through how to treat the inside of your windshield with brilliant glaze. And it actually was perfect. We were doing a ceramic coating video, and I actually had to do that process before I put the glass coating on. And it was so bad that I was like, okay, Chris, we're shooting a separate segment because showing how to clean this glass is gonna be awesome because it was very obvious where it was dirty. Just got a moth fly in my face. But yeah, that's a really helpful video if you're trying to figure out how to treat the inside of your glass with brilliant glaze. Any more questions, or can I start?
Just to finish that answer, Dan said in the comments that you should use surface prep before using glass coating if you've used brilliant glaze on the glass.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Dan brings up a good point. Like, so I guess I was referring to the inside of the glass.
Mark said inside and out. So
Yeah, so I would say if you are going to coat your glass, don't put brilliant glaze on the outside. I wouldn't use brilliant glaze first to clean the glass. You use the brilliant glaze on the inside only, not the outside. We're gonna use the glass cleaner to do the outside and the clay bar. And then you'll see once I put this on, this is gonna wipe off really easy. So treating the outside with brilliant glaze first is not really worth it. And if you had done it and it's been a couple weeks and you're getting into coating it now with the glass coating, yes, use the surface prep. I personally probably wouldn't. I would the glass cleaner has alcohol in it, so it's doing a similar thing than with surface prep. So glass cleaner, I think, is more than enough to like clean this and do this the right way versus you having to use surface prep. So one thing I do need is a step stool. So let me grab that really quick. And I would recommend, if you're gonna do this process of coating your glass, is to have a step stool with you, or, I mean, obviously what I want you guys to do is buy the Adams Polishes step stool because this thing's amazing. And I'll show, oh, you can see it right here, So this is Adams Polishes step stool. It actually folds up really nice. Has these like locking red tabs. So this folds up, kind of set it up against your garage. That's what I do in my house. Sits in my corner. And then you just pull this open and this locks in on this bar here. And I think the max weight that we recommend is like 300 pounds. So I'm not quite there yet. So I think I'm safe, but this thing is awesome because it has a non-slip, almost like skateboard tape on here, grip tape. It has a step on the side, but you can really, I mean, you can stand on this whole thing, and especially like if you're detailing the top, or I use this when I detail planes every once in a while, or RVs. Just gives you a really solid base to when you're detailing. You also sit on it while you're using it. But for this process, I'm getting it nice and close to my car so I can be up here and I can reach the middle and everything. So definitely utilize the step stool if you have one, or definitely go buy one because it's awesome. All right. So I need medium grade clay bar first, but realistically what I want to do first is just clean the glass. And I like getting some cars don't do this, but if your car does, if you can flip the windshield wipers up, I'd recommend doing that. So I'm just gonna go and clean this first. How was everybody's Labor Day weekend? Curious just to hear if you guys detailed any cars or anything like that. And if you haven't noticed, Pumpkin Spice has launched. So that's something we're checking out. And if you don't know what Pumpkin Spice is awesome. It's like a limited edition version of our of a few of our products. Detail spray, car shampoo, I think interior detailer. Is that it?
Tire shine?
Tire shine, yeah, I think so. You know, it's something that
Do home care this year?
yeah, we have a home care version of it too. So, you know, get in the fall spirit, clean the inside of your house with some fall scents. It's kind of a cool deal, but yeah, check it out. And I think with Pumpkin Spice comes a $25 or $25, 25% discount, which is, I mean, I think that's probably the heaviest discount you're gonna get from us, which is just a good time to stock up. So we're just getting bombarded with orders right now. So I will say this, if you're on here and you have ordered from us in the last week and your order is still processing, we apologize. We are going as fast as we can. It's like we had our marketing team. Our marketing team was all down here helping yesterday because there's so many orders in the system. And when we get like overwhelmed with orders, it just extends your guys' processing time for your order. So the best thing I can say is just bear with us, because we are not Amazon and we don't have like thousands of warehouses with thousands of employees. We're just little old Adams Polishes, and we have one lane that processes all the orders. So
How many coats would you recommend to put on the windshield of graphene glass coating? Also, is the fall scented line going to be only available online, or could I find it anywhere in stores sometime soon?
yeah, so I'll address the fall line first. Fall line is available in all the stores: Anaheim, Scottsdale, and Colorado. It's also available online, so anywhere you can get it. And yeah, so if you want to come in store, if you come into our store, Anaheim or Scottsdale, you still get the 25% off. So whatever the deal is online, you get it here. Actually, some guy came in today and he came in to buy like one thing, and then he left, and then he came back. He got an air cannon. He left. He came back. He got a polisher kit. He's like, man, this 25% off is awesome. So that was really fun to hang out with that guy. But anyways, the glass coating, I just say one layer, one coat or one layer of it is more than enough. The reason being is, you'll see as I do this. So what I did is I cleaned the glass first. I'm gonna clay it now because I want to get the bonding contamination off. But you'll see once I start using this, I start working it in. I actually push pretty hard and I work it in because what I'm trying to do is penetrate all the pores. And that one layer of the coating is enough to do that. So I'm using glass cleaner as the clay lube. Now, if you're gonna clay your glass, this is the best product to do that if you're like doing specific glass stuff. Granted, if you're gonna do a maintenance clay on your whole car, you could get away with detail spray and a clay mitt, but for removing the most contamination, a medium grade clay bar and the glass cleaner is the best. The reason why medium grade clay bar is the best is it removes the most contamination, but it won't mar glass. It's not gonna scratch glass. It's too hard of a surface. Now on paint, it can mar the surface, meaning like it gets micro scratches that you need to polish out. So whenever we say like you're getting ready to do a full polish on a car, medium grade clay is gonna do the most heavy lifting before you start polishing. So medium grade clay on the glass is more than enough. Now, it's hot today. It's 80 degrees here in Colorado in the direct sun. I'm pretty close to the sun too, closer than most people that are watching, especially if you're on the coast. I'm about 5,280 feet closer to the sun than you guys. And so I know that this stuff's gonna dry pretty quick. So I wanna spray this on and just rub the clay over the surface the best that I can. And when you start to feel it drag, you just wanna throw some more glass cleaner on there. And sometimes what will happen is you will do this and you'll get the clay on here. Clay residue will go on there, and to get it off, you just spray it and go the clay over it again. Okay.
Like
You're,
a small bit of the clay.
yeah,
broke off.
yeah, like here, I'll show you. Like, watch this up here. You can see like the clay gets like the clay. This actually like streaks onto the surface. You just spray this on there again, and just go over it again. Okay, now I need to get to the other side. Oy. I'm gonna go this, I don't know. I'll go this way. Maybe not. Can't fit it. I'll just go standard old school and stand up here. That's how you know I was really trying to sell you guys a step stool.
Eric wants to know how long the pumpkin spice line will be available. Do you know that?
Pumpkin spice line, we usually like over order it. So pumpkin spice line usually is available for quite a while. So, but I don't know. I think this year actually they ordered less. They made it like a little bit more limited. So, you know, I'd say especially to like take advantage of the 25% off. But it's usually available like through September, unless it sells out. Now, based on the rate it's selling right now, I'd say it potentially could sell out because it's just, for some reason, you never know. Like last year it hit okay, like it had some interest. This year it was like, everybody was like, yo. But I think the design this year has been really cool. Like there's a square body truck on the back of the hoodie and I think on one of the shirts. So, you know, a little bit different vibe, I'd say, when it comes to like the design of it, which I think is cool. Okay, so I clayed the glass and now I'm just gonna remove the clay residue and just clean it again. And actually, the interesting thing right now is that my glass is like, it's like sticky. It feels very, very dry, which is probably why my glass has been so flat when it comes to the water behavior. And you'll notice like after you've clayed it, you get a sense of crispness and clarity to your glass. You just, you know, you're really just filling in or not filling in, but you're removing any bonded contamination and that kind of stuff, which is a good thing because you want the raw material of the glass to be the thing that you're coating. So that's looking really good to me. And actually,
You can tell how clean it is.
yeah, it looks very crisp and clean. And I actually, you know, I cleaned the inside, so I'm not seeing any residue on the inside, which is gonna help me while I coat this. Yeah, it looks, I mean, my glass is pitted because I haven't changed I haven't swapped out my windshield in quite a long time. So it's gonna probably need to be, after this winter, I'm for sure gonna replace it because it's gonna be time. But I'm kind of done with the glass cleaner. I'll set this aside and this towel that has glass cleaner in it. Done with the clay for sure. I have a fresh edgeless utility towel. I have my applicator and I have my glass coating. So first thing you want to do with the glass coating is like shake this like crazy. You know, granted we shake it while we mix it and pour it, but once it gets to you, you just want to shake it and incorporate it all together again.
Do clay mitts work?
Clay mitts work okay, but clay mitt is probably our most least aggressive method of clay in our line. I usually use that more of like a maintenance clay after I've coated a car, or after, you know, I've done a full coating or a full clay job on it a couple months later. So clay mitt will work, but I'd say the medium grade clay is a better option. But if clay mitt's the only thing you have, then you should use that.
G. Warren says I find the window cleaner constantly streaking. I've tried the glass towels and the waffle weave towels, and neither one seems to work. Any advice?
I would probably say,
Using too much?
yeah, maybe like using too much cleaner. That's a good point, Chris. So G Warren, or one of my favorite rappers, Warren G, says he's having a little bit of issues with like the glass cleaner streaking while he uses it. I'll just walk you through this for a second. Actually, you want to come on the side, Chris? It might be a little bit easier to notice this. So when you use glass cleaner, less is way more. Okay, so when I use glass cleaner, I think the natural reaction, or natural like,
Inclination?
no, like the natural sort of technique that you want to do is like go like this, because that's what the crazy window washer guys do. And then they have a squeegee and they do like the super fun stuff. Charlie! And once you start using this, you can see that it's like just moving product around, because my towel gets loaded up like crazy. So as I'm doing this, I'm just kind of moving product around. Can you see that, Chris?
Yeah.
It's like I can't do anything with it. It just keeps moving around. Now, if I flip to a side that's dry, it doesn't have a ton of product in it, when I wipe this off, it actually goes away quicker, because you're breaking down the product as you work it onto the surface, but it's going into your towel as well. Okay, so my suggestion when it comes to using glass cleaner is you have you want a pretty dry towel while you're doing it. Like, let's just call it and I personally like this edgeless utility towel the best. Okay, it's sort of like, I'd say it's probably in our interior category, but it's like a gray microfiber towel, light gray microfiber towel that is woven. The fibers are woven together, so when you use it, it doesn't lint onto the surface. All right, and actually these applicators are wrapped in the same material. This, I just have like a different version of it in my hand. That's why it's darker. But when you go to use this, less product is more. Now, I sprayed probably 6 sprays onto this rear glass right here. Watch how much I use while I use glass cleaner, okay? It's about the motion of your hand and how hard you pull the sprayer. So if you can see this, if I pull the sprayer like half, it spits out of the sprayer. See that? Okay, now watch when I pull it really hard. It atomizes into the air. More product comes out in like more particles. So when you use this, you spray and move your hand and you pull the trigger hard and move this way. Now I probably would do only 1 spray on this if I get it right. So I'll start moving my hand from here and I'll start spraying right here and I'll end right there. So move like this. Now you can see how thin of a layer of glass cleaner just went on there. You see that? Now it's hot out here, so it's drying really quick, so I'll just give it 1 more spray. But you can see how thin that is on there. Now, when I wipe this quick and fast on the glass cleaner, it goes away instantly and finishes crisp and perfect. Okay, so how fast you move your hand, whoosh, and you know, this towel is kind of loaded up with product right now, but it's still finished really good because I'm using less product. Okay, so G. Warren, less product. You really only need 1 spray in an area like this. On the windshield, this is how much product I use when I clean the glass. 2 sprays, that's it. And then take this.
2 sprays for each side of the windshield?
Yeah, exactly. So 4 sprays total for the whole windshield. Okay. Now another option, sometimes if you're not having luck with like certain towels, we have a towel as well called the Tough Glass Towel. And that towel works really good as well when it comes to cleaning glass. Just, it has like a finishing side to it that works amazing. So that's my tip on how to use glass cleaner, and sort of the easiest way to get streak-free glass, I guess would be like the best way to say that. Does that work? You want to use a lot of this product. This is a new bottle, so I've been shaking it. I'm going to open this. I think I'm a child because it's hard to open the child-safe bottle.
Child at heart.
Yeah. And once you tip it over and it starts dripping out, you don't need to shake it. You can just like let it drip out. So I'm trying to get this on the whole surface of the applicator. Dang, we need a better thing. This is like so slow and awful. Okay, so that's quite a bit. Can you see that, Chris?
Yep.
Now, I'm also going to let it go on to the windshield like so. Okay?
How many cars will this coat?
I'd say it probably does one. Now I start on the top and I'm going to outline the area I'm working in first, like this. And now I'm going to grab all this other product that I just poured on there and I'm going to fill it in. And I'm going to go up and down and I'm pushing pretty hard. Like this is not pushing at all. This is how hard I'm pushing. Like it's hard right now because I've been lifting. My arms are tired. But I'm trying to work this in. It's like cross hatching, but I'm trying to work this in the best I can. And what you're gonna see is as the product starts to dry out on the surface of the glass, it's like not as oily anymore, then you can stop working it in. I'd say probably going over it, gosh, 5 or 6 times with, decent pressure is really gonna help it.
If your car already has a silica-based ceramic coating on it, can you use the graphene products on top of that?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Someone said, if I already have a silica-based ceramic coating on my car, can I use the graphene products on top of that? The answer is, yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Now I would say, honestly, I mean, I don't even care if you call out the name of the company, but like, whoever asked that, could you just state what brand it is? Because that would help me understand like what you would need to do.
It was Rob Baker. I'll see if he says.
Rob Baker. Yeah, just let us know what brand it is. Because if it's like, if it's like a true silica, then the silica is different than like what a ceramic coating is made of. I just want you guys to see this. If I throw this on here, the towel sticks because the surface tension is so much. It's like, it's not good, right? The towel just sticks there. Usually, after you're done coating it, the towel won't even stay there. It will slide all the way to the bottom.
Rob says Fine Lab, FYNE.
Oh, Fine Lab. Yeah, I know them. So my question to you, Rob, is did it come in a little bottle like this, or was it in a spray, like almost like you use a spray sealant, like a silica spray sealant? I'm pretty sure he has the one that he used a little bottle. Get a ton of this product in here.
How long do you have to let it sit on the surface before you wipe it off?
You can let it sit for quite a long time. It's a lot different than the standard graphene ceramic coating.
No high spots?
No high spots. No, and you guys will be able to see that here in a second. Okay, so here we go. I got it filled in where I was working, and now I'm just rubbing this in. And again, it's like 5 or 6, maybe 7. I'm just trying to work this into the pores of the glass the best I can, which that means like, I'm not like doing this kind of thing. It's just, you're going over the surface with hard pressure multiple times to really like say this is more, my hand is like a pore of the glass. Okay, I'm moving this over so the glass cleaner goes in and goes in and goes in and goes in. I'm trying to fill this as much as I possibly can. So the more times I go over this, and with hard pressure, it's just gonna fill in those pores a lot.
Rob says had a detailer apply it. I believe it was a similar product application to how the graphene is applied.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yes, Rob, that's more of a polysilazane-based ceramic coating, which means like it's a solvent-based ceramic coating that you know, the raw ceramic is mixed with solvent and it flashes and does all the characteristics that you would see. So yeah, you're perfect. So the graphene ceramic coating is built off of that foundation of polysilazane and solvent. So what would happen is if you use the graphene ceramic coating, you'll put that on top of that fine lab coating, and the polysilazane in the graphene coating will actually adhere to the polysilazane in the fine lab coating. But because it's mixed or it's paired with the graphene, reduced graphene oxide, that graphene coating on top will just bolster the formula and the protection and make it last longer.
And
so
maintenance products like CS3 would work.
Maintenance products like CS3, graphene detail spray. Honestly, Rob, what I would tell you to do is don't even bother. I would not even bother with applying this on top. Like, this is the graphene ceramic coating. I wouldn't bother with putting this. Your car already has a great foundation of ceramic coating on it. And Fine Lab's a well-known, like well-respected ceramic coating, you know? So I think you're good on that sense. What I would tell you is utilize some of the Adams maintenance products, like, and nothing against Fine Lab. I mean, I don't even know what their products are like, but if you are interested in, you know, exploring Adams product line to help maintain that coating, I would say graphene shampoo is a great option for you. It's gonna deep clean your ceramic coating and really like take a lot of the road oils that are on that coating off and keep that coating working well, you know? I would say maybe after, I don't know, you could say 3 to 6 months, maybe treat it with graphene boost. That's our like highest concentrated of a boost formula. And I'm telling you, the water beating on that product is awesome. So that's a really great product to help boost the hydrophobic properties of that coating that's on your car. So yeah, I mean, I think as far as a foundation and a good base layer, you got it. It's just a matter of how you're gonna maintain it and keep it going, you know? And then listen, once it wears off all the way in a, you know, a very long time, then maybe explore a different product. I won't name it, but we sell it here. It's called Adams Graphene Coating. But, you know, you have a lot of options. Chris, I don't know if you want to, oh, you'll see all the Tupperware in my car I'm on a diet, so I have all my stuff going. But you can actually see the film that's on the surface if you get up on top of there. And if you need help, I can help you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of cool, like you can see kind of the film, that's pretty much the solvent, which it kind of looks like the rainbow, like when you apply the ceramic coating, but it's not the same. And as you can see, I've been talking to Rob this whole time about maintenance products for coatings and stuff. I bet it's been a few minutes. What do you think, Chris? 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
5, 10.
You know? So I don't know if you can see the film at all, but I'm not even gonna use glass cleaner right now, and I'm gonna try to wipe this off.
There we go. Now you can see it.
Where do you see it at? Like here?
A little bit lower.
Like
I'm
here?
reflecting the building. Yeah.
So as you see, I'm just gonna go over the surface and you'll see that film go away. You see that?
Yep.
And now my hand is just like gliding with the towel. Like now it won't stick at all, okay? So the surface tension has now been reduced. And like I said, you don't even have to use glass cleaner to get this off. You just go straight over the top of it with a clean, edgeless utility towel, like this one that I'm using, and you just wipe it down, okay? The edges are gonna be the hardest, you're gonna forget the edges the most, so I tend to kind of spend a little extra time going around the edge like this. I don't know. Go on this side.
Finished Hard says, can you put some water on it to show how it beats?
100%. I knew someone was gonna ask that. Finis wants to test us, man. He wants to see what's happening with this stuff. Dude, my glass
Eric,
looks so
Eric says
clean.
he just looked at the website and the glass coating is on deal of the day.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. How lucky is that?
We didn't even plan that.
Deal of the day on the glass coating. So yeah, there you go. See, watch. Oh, it's kind of sticky. Not really. It has a lot of the product in it. There you go. Just barely touch it. All right. All right, Finis. Dude, I need to get a new cowl. Here's the thing, I just need a new car. But not willing to give up the Runna quite yet. New life? Or life? Chris wants me to get a new life, a little reincarnation, huh? Okay, spray some water on here. See if this is running yet. Ready? Yeah, this product doesn't work very good.
Yeah, terrible. It's not beating up at all.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's the effect you're gonna get from the graphene ceramic coating. I mean, or the glass coating. I mean, very, very, very good. Do you care if I spray this, Chris?
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the hydrophobic properties are just awesome. And, you know, like I was sort of explaining before, it works so much better because the pores of the glass are filled in. There's not just a veneer of coating on top. It's actually penetrated the pores of the glass. And so it just works so much better. It's way more effective. Now, your windshield, you know, like the hood and cowl and stuff, sees a lot of the bad weather. So, you know, the fact that you have these windshield wipers on here that are gonna abrade and abrade and abrade, granted, you're not gonna need to use these as much because going 45, well, probably 40 miles an hour or faster, the water's just gonna fly over the top of the windshield, you know? So you don't even, I probably won't even be using these as much. So it extends the life of my blades, right? So I can afford getting the $6 blades at Costco because they're not gonna wear out as fast. And yeah, it's much, I think that's a lot of like what we talk about here is the safety factor of this product. You know, it's like way more safe. I just wanna grab a blower so you can kind of see. We should have. Maybe. You guys see like the hand air cannon anywhere?
No, I just had one a little bit ago.
Awesome. Hey, there we go. I am still mic'd up. No cursing, okay? Son of a gun. Oh, snap. Sorry, I'm about to unplug you right now for a second. Oy. Ooh, there we go. Okay.
For rod, with the coating benefits of multiple layers?
The glass coating?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good question. Another good question, Rob. Will multiple layers of this coating benefit it? I'd probably say no. I mean, I think a second layer of this, you're gonna end up wiping the second layer off completely after you apply it because it's already coated and the pores are coated all the way. You know, so there's no reason to add another layer. It's a waste of your time. And Adams Polishes is very much based on efficiency. So here's a hand blower. So you can see this is like the wind, right? When you're driving. So granted there'll be more water coming on, but just by blowing this with this hand air cannon, my windshield's dry, you know? So just the effect that you can see from like a force of air, whether that's from wind or driving, you know? you get that effect, and it's just gonna make your life so much easier. I mean, I can't even tell you. So yeah, Rob, like I kind of gave you a quick little thing, but yeah, a second layer I think is a waste of time. It's not gonna make it any more effective. I mean, I think that's with any. There you go.
Sorry about the audio, guys.
But yeah, it's so easy to do that. Like, I'll just repeat this process every couple months, or maybe every 3 months for me. You know, what I would do, I'll be honest, every 3 months, or every time I get the oil change on this car, which is about every 3 months, is I will maintenance clay my car, meaning I will use the clay mitt during my washing process. Okay, clay mitt during washing process is the easiest way to do that. Then what I would do is, after I pulled it in, I've dried my whole car, I would reapply the graphene glass coating, and I'd be good. So that's how I would recommend doing it, because if you can mix processes together to make your life more efficient, even better when it comes, you're gonna enjoy the car care process more if you do it like that. So try to figure out ways where you can mix and match processes to make it efficient, you know what I mean? So when I do a maintenance clay bar or clay mitt, I will absolutely reapply this graphene glass coating to keep the hydrophobic properties on my windshield going. It's probably, listen, it's nice on your paint, right? It makes cleaning it easier, but having your glass coated like that is just a game changer, because it makes driving, especially in snow and rain, a lot better.
I don't think so.
All right, if there's no more questions, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. You know, I hope this was helpful. Really what I was trying to do is, really showcase how easy this product is to use, but also how effective it is. You know, so any of this stuff at Alex Polishes, we've designed it for the everyday person. These are not like, we are not making these for professional detailers. I mean, the fact that they work so well, professional detailers gravitate towards our product, but we make it for the everyday person that's doing it at their house, you know? And our motto is, we want the experience of car care to be enjoyable along with the products working exceptional. So we want to make the process more efficient. We want to make it more effective. This product, I think, really encapsulates that, what we stand for as a business. So check it out. I'm going to end up doing all the rest of my glass because I do everything. And I'll probably run out of that bottle by the time I get to the other side. But yeah, check it out. It's the deal of the day today. So what a perfect time to grab this product. So thank you guys for watching. If you have suggestions on processes you want to see, or any products you want to see, don't hesitate, put them in the comments. Come back to this video when it's live on YouTube, or now housed on YouTube, and put comments. I think next week, so my parents, who are on here a lot, my dad and my mom just bought a brand new Toyota Tundra, lunar rock color. It is awesome. And my dad was asking me, you know, what do I need to do? It's a new car. Like, what do I need to do? What products do I need? What do I need to do to this car? It's brand new. I mean, it has like 10 miles on it, you know? So I was thinking maybe next week I could go and address that with them. Either they come here or I go to them, and we talk about, you know, give you guys an explanation as to, if you bought a new car or you bought a new to you car, what are some things you need to do right away to make your car care routine very easy as you move forward. So thinking about doing that next week. And also we're going to be working on, you You can see how yellow these headlights are. I'm gonna bring, take the yellow out of these, and also I have a car right here that has completely foggy headlights. And we're gonna do headlight restoration in a video, and hopefully we'll post that this week. So stay tuned into our YouTube if you need to, and you wanna stay up to date, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to stay up to date and just keep you involved with when we're live, when we post a video, when we see new products. So